Hey guys, Vengeful Shadows here, and we're going to have another market watch video for you today, alright? And it's been a minute since we've done one, but we definitely want to crank one out since the Mega Tins just came out, and as everyone knows, once Mega Tins come out, prices drop, okay? So we wanted to get a video in after not only did the initial prices of cards drop, but the Megaton prices drop as well, okay? Because cards will be slightly inflated when they come out. It's like, oh, that's a secret in there. Oh, it's super hard to get. And then everyone gets the ones they want, and then people got extras of cards, and then that's when you see prices start to drop, which is starting to happen. So let's get into that video. And again, guys, if you like anything you see here, definitely consider following on all the socials. We got Twitter, we got a YouTube, we got a Twitch, and as we're seeing, you're on the YouTube right now. So if you like it and you haven't, definitely consider subbing, all right? But let's get into that video. So the first card up right now is Gravedigger's Trap Wall. And when this card first came out, pretty sure everyone read it and then reread it again to make sure they were reading it right. And they were like, okay, this card's insane because it's really good. When your opponent activates a monster effect in their hand or graveyard, or when your opponent's banished monster effect is activated, negate its effect, and if you do, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. So not only do you negate their monster effect, but you burn them for 2,000 damage. Very good card, considering a lot of cards can cost life points to negate monster effects, and this one does the burn for it. And it is also a trap hole card, so it works with the trap trick archetype and gives them another card to set off their Sarah and all the other ones, okay, and a card to search off the Mermelio. When it first came out, it kind of was sitting, then it went up to price to about 30 bucks if I'm correct, and then it ended up dropping back down to where we're at now after the reprint. Okay, so secret rare first editions now are sitting slightly under 9 or low under 10. So it's 9 to 10 for them right now. And we saw that they did get that nice little decrease because of the reprint. I would definitely pick up the secret first eds if that's something you're comfortable with doing. I could see them going up slightly, a little bit more in the future, especially if trap tricks do see some play. Okay, card essentially in a way, like, I don't want to say replace debunk, but in certain decks it's better than debunk. Okay, so it's really nice that trap tricks kind of have a makeshift debunk that deals 2,000 damage, considering they have problems battling for damage. The reprint version, very cheap here. It's even decreased from, I don't know what that is. I don't think that's correct, but it has been going down. So they're about $2 here for the ultra rares. Okay, pretty cheap card. No matter what version you want, I would definitely go ahead and get a Gravedigger's Trap Hole now before they end up seeing play in the metagame, especially since we've been kind of rotating into a resource format. Okay, great for those resource formats. As is the next card, Ice Dragon's Prison. Okay, once this card came out, it kind of took a second for people to realize how insane it was. You target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, special it to your field, its effects are negated, then you can banish one monster from both players' fields at the same type as each other. Okay, so not only do you not have to hit the card you summon, but you can just summon the monster and not hit anything. Okay. And people realized how good this was because they were just realizing how much people played like the same type of deck. It's like your entire deck is one type. Not only going to steal a monster from your graveyard that you might be trying to revive, probably a boss monster like Eldritch, but I'm going to banish it, and I'm going to banish another monster on your field. Okay, so card not only one for ones, but it basically DD crows a card, so it can kind of get like almost essentially like a +1 out of it in a way. Just kind of depends what they're doing. Okay. I believe it came out about like $5. I remember TCG Player, like they had an article about it. The people who do the articles there and were like, hey man, this is definitely a good pickup right now. I would recommend doing it. And I believe like kind of people went out, got theirs. That was cool. And I remember it went from like 5 to like 10 to 15 to 30. And I think if I'm correct, it went all the way up to 60. Okay. It was an ultra rare. So pretty hard to get out of the pack. And then I'm pretty sure like COVID prices might have messed with it. I don't know exactly the time era we were sitting in at the time, like what date. But IDP, Ice Dragon's Prison, super good card, super good to see in that Megaton. And we do see the price right now of these cards like going down. Okay, so that original version, ultra rare, is about under $13. Okay, and then the secret rare prismatic from the tin is sitting slightly under 9, if I'm correct. Yeah, no, sorry, slightly under $10. Okay, now I'm gonna make another video. Hopefully, I can crank it out before I even drop this one. But it's gonna be on rarities. I want to make a rarity video not only for kind of like a basic video for like newcomers of like common, rare, super ultra, and secret. But I want to make a video on like why to pick up certain cards and certain rarities, and kind of like a theory I have based off of like card reprints, and kind of like how they've been Konami's been pushing secret rare a lot lately. Back in the day, you'd have a card print as a first ed ultra, and that first ed ultra would retain the value all the way through, even into the future. But then the secret rare would come out, and it just wouldn't like retain the value. But I think we're going to kind of be seeing that happen a little bit more, that the secret rare will start retaining value. And I definitely want to do a video on that and why it might happen. Okay, so Ice Dragon's Prison, if you have faith, I would definitely consider picking up the prismatic secret rares. Okay, and right now they are near mint, first ed, slightly under $10. That, once again, if you have faith. If you don't, pick up those ultras. Okay, I mean, definitely pick up the ultras. Anyways, I mean, definitely gonna be worth it. Okay. Next card up, super insane card, Parallel Exceed. When it first came out, I'm pretty sure everyone was very excited, especially decks that were already like using links and just needed an extra extender to go into like an Exceed or something. Parallel Exceed, when you link summon a monster, you could special summon it from your hand, and then you special summon the Parallel Exceed from the deck. They both become level 4, and then you can essentially overlay them. It's the Exceed part. All right. Very good card. I believe it came out as a common. Okay, we're gonna be looking at that right now. So yeah, we got the common over here. It got put into the OTS tournament as a super rare, real nice clean super. And right now we are in the prismatic secrets. And I'm not gonna lie, if you guys like have not seen this thing, it is gorgeous. I would like to try to find one here. It's very hard. Like pictures don't even like do it justice with how gorgeous this card actually is. Like it actually really shines. It's a horrible picture. I picked up my 3, and when I was just shining it, it was beautiful. It's definitely beautiful. Okay, so I would recommend picking them up right now. They're like $2-3 a piece. This guy's got a million of them apparently for less than $3. I would definitely pick it up. It is so clean looking, so nice, and in the right meta deck, in the future, this card could easily go up, and I definitely think it's going to. Okay, guys, definitely do consider picking up the Parallel Exceed, and when you can, take a look at it. Once you see that secret rare and how it looks, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna pick this up for $2. It's gonna be worth it. On the last video, we kind of had it, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. I did a video on it as well. So not only was in the last Market Watch, but we actually did a video solely on Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries and all the targets it was kind of easily hitting in the meta, and seeing a little bit that the OCG has been teching it. And I believe these were like, I want to say about 10 to like $12, like when we were doing that first video. Okay, and people have been kind of side decking them a little bit, like not a lot, not like anything kind of major. We're seeing right now that these have been kind of going up slightly. Okay, so like I said, it was about like 10, $12. So that's where we're at there. Now we're up to here for near mint first editions. Okay, we got 3 of them right here from Yeti Gaming for $23 basically. Okay, real clean card, and it's gonna get rid of your opponent's Phoenix Enforcer. This card is gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff from your opponent's extra deck. There's a whole list of stuff we did in the video itself. If you're very interested in all the targets, definitely go watch that video, okay? Because during either player's turn, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can discard this card and reveal 1 card in your extra deck, then look at your opponent's extra deck. Also banish all cards in their extra deck with the same name as that revealed card, okay? And it's hard once per turn. So yeah, it's gone up. I'm not gonna lie, like they're a little higher than when I was doing the video. And it took a while to go up because with their versions there's another secret, but people are just now realizing they don't care. So they're going to start going into the Shining Victories one. Okay. And like, once again, like definitely near mint first edition. Okay. And we're going to probably, like, these might even be slightly higher prices than like the going rate. Like maybe all the 15s are bought up. So I'd kind of like keep an eye on it. But I definitely think we're going to be seeing this price still go up slightly more. Okay. Next one on the block, we got No Material, which again, on the last Market Watch, but I haven't done like a specific video with this. It's a decent card. If your opponent control, or if your opponent special summons a monster, monsters like draw no cards. You can discard this card. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. This turn, that monster cannot be tributed or used as material for a fusion, synchro, exceed, or link summon. Okay, hard once per turn. So no material. That's kind of talking about this card a little bit when the print kids were out. Okay, print kids, if you can stop their initial summon from being used, it's gonna stop them from continuing their turn. Print kids are semi-popular. I don't want to say they're like the super meta deck anymore, especially after the ban list. So no material. I definitely think though it's a sleeper card, especially in the right formats. So near mint first edition right now, we're looking at like $7-8. Okay, so I think that's a super good investment. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want to say it like that, but I think that's a super good time to come in and pick up some of these cards, okay? Because even if it's just for yourself to have later on in the future, I do believe this price is gonna go way more, okay? Because right now there's a 2020 ultra rare, but we got that crispy clean secret burst deck, okay? And again, as always, unless there's the ulti print of it, this is going to be the highest rarity. Okay. Wow, that's insane. I might not be here by the time the video is up. I'm just going to say that. Okay. No material, super clean. Next card up, super polymerization. Again, these guys right here were on my last video. Super Poly Ultimate Rare, and again, did a whole video on that. Definitely go check it out. All the targets it's going to be hitting, the cards it will hit, the cards it will go into. Okay, you discard one fusion summon from both players' sides of the field. You can even just use all your opponent's monster, and your opponent can't activate cards in response to it. Okay, definitely needed to pick this up when it came out as an old team, and they were kind of fluctuating. They were like 100, 120, then they were 100, then they were 90, then they were 80, then they were 95, now they're 100 again. Okay. So this is a card to keep in mind, but I do believe once we see OTS4 kind of like cycle into the past a bit and it's like out of stock for a while, this price is going to rise. There's no way it's not going to. It's one of the best out cards right now, one of the best side deck cards in the game, considering you can't activate anything in response to it. If this came out like later on, it would be a like $250 card. I'm just saying. Okay, so might as well get yours now. Okay, another one we were talking about was Pod Desire's Ultimate Rare, and why I picked this one up over the Secret. And once again, that's in the last Market Watch video. Do consider watching because it has a lot of information in there. But ultis have only gone up while the collector rare has only gone down. Okay, so ultis were 80s when we did the video. At least that's when I picked mine up. I picked some up for 60s, but that's from friends, 80s online, and then now we're at like 90 to $100. Okay, because these are unrated. So keep that in mind. Oh, look, first rated down here. Well, I guess we got it up here. So it's like $93, $93, then it jumps up to 100 for the rated. Okay. So desires, as you see, duality right now, hit that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna do this right now. Pod duality. So because we're seeing this obviously super old, but let's see where it's sitting at right now. These bad boys, yeah, and these are hyperinflated prices. They're probably less than this because everything was bought out that was less than this. They're definitely over $200. It says 220. Okay, and this is actually really nice to watch these because these are markets that have, like, if I'm correct, been purchased. Okay, so we can see desires go up past that 100 mark ultimate rare. So definitely something, again, keep an eye on. If you're able to go out and get yourself some ultimate rares, might not be the worst idea. Okay, next up is a zombie world. With the Eldritch deck coming back, I feel like it can side deck Zombie World against quite a few decks. Worst of times, yeah. You can easily side deck Zombie World against quite a few decks, and if you're side decking Super Poly as well, you can definitely get into some good cards. Okay. And up here, we're going to go Zombie World Ultra Rare. There's, I believe, a Super and an Ultra. Or there's two Ultras. Let's look. Yeah, Ultra Rare from Dual Overload as well. Common, Ultra Rare. These, for a while, if I'm correct, were like 10 or 20 bucks. I thought it was like 10. So these couldn't go up again as well. because they're about $5 a piece right here. Makes everything zombies. A bunch of cards do not operate. Like I believe like that worm token deck doesn't even get half its support if it's not, if like their monsters are zombies or not worms, essentially. So I do think it's a super good card that can be sided in the Eldritch build, as well as making it available to go into like Eldritch the Bad Golden Lord, which also I put in the video because right now he's only like $2 a piece, okay? And yeah, we got a rare of him, but we got the secret first, and so if people were to end up maining this card in kind of like a side deck thing, the secret rares could definitely see some improvement on their prices. Okay. Oh wow, I messed a lot of this up with that, huh? Didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Those were out. Anyways, the next one here too is we're gonna get to the Imperial Wall. Okay, Flunderies is out. Or the Fluwonder Breeze deck is out. The All Banish, as well as a few other decks. I'll keep it real. We kind of missed our little spot on here. I just wanted to kind of give you guys that heads up as well before you go and pick these up. Okay, so as we saw, like not too long ago, they were sitting at about $2-3. Okay, now they're about up to 5. Well, higher than 5. They're at 6 to 7 right now. Okay, so if you don't think that's a good to pick them up at that, try to go trade for them. You know what I mean? Like just see what's up. If someone offers you one for $1 or $2, just know they have increased in price, so definitely take them up on that offer. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's where Imperial Iron Wall is, and it's gone up because of Flew Wonderbury's side. So definitely kind of think about that. Go into the versions again. And because that is the only ultra, we got common, super, common. So super's cool. I'm sure it'll be a few bucks, but that ultra rare one is going to be the one you're going to be wanting to go for. Okay. So that's it for the main deck cards we have there. Now we're going to kind of chop out some of these side deck cards as fast as we can. Okay. So the first one is Rafflesia. All right. So Trap Tricks Rafflesia came out. Secret Rares kind of spiked. They saw ulti print, and the ultis ended up going down because Trap Tricks aren't really played right now. But I think as we move into the resource format, people are starting to test them out a little bit. So we did see them dip, and kind of we're here again. I'm actually very confused why it's doing that. We're not going to look at that right now. Okay. So right now, they were at like, when they came out, I thought they were like 50, 60 bucks, and they were like $40, and now they're down to 32s. Okay, they might take a little bit more of a dip. They could maybe dip down to like a 28 margin or something, but I don't think we're gonna really see that. 30 is a really hard wall for cards to like drop past as an ultimate rare, especially nowadays. Okay, I'm going to be honest, it is a clean ulti, very clean. This card could easily go up to that 60 margin again, if not more. This guy's trying to sell a secret rare first dead. Huh. Interesting. But ignore that. Anyways, yeah, so this card, really nice. Definitely kind of, in my opinion, worth a little more than that $30 price tag it's at. So definitely give that some consideration. It also searches out your Gravedigger's Trapple, or you can actually use it with Rafflesia, I should say. All right. Next one up is Zeus. Besides triple tactic talent, Zeus was probably like the #1 card in the tin that people wanted. Okay, just insane card. Like there's just some big powerhouses that came out. Use the Exceed. They use the Exceed on top of the Exceed to destroy your opponent's monsters. Okay, or your opponent's board. Super good control card. And even though we're going into the resource format, it almost makes them even better. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he was hit like 80 bucks or something like that. Like we're sitting around there because there's the Starlight version, so it kind of kept the secret somewhat lower. Because if you're going to spend all the money, you're going to just spend Starlight. So it wasn't hitting like droplet prices. Okay, so it did get reprinted, and the price obviously did just drop like a rock. Okay, so first dead near mints right now you can get for 27 bucks. Okay, insane. Honestly, for what it is, and if it would not get hit ever, that's insane. Okay, both versions we're going to, well, the Starlight we're not going to cover because that's just nutty. Okay, and then right now it's like 13, 14 bucks for the reprint ultra, but I would definitely consider, like, if you're gonna get that ultra, just get the secret. Okay, because they will definitely go up like most secret rares of this quality card do. Cards that are this good, secret rare first hits always return up. Okay, I've done that in a market watch video before. I wouldn't want to cover that in the rarities video I was talking about, but they do always go up. Okay, or back up. And the only thing that will cap it is, once again, it has its Starlight price, but another thing that will cap the secret rare price will be an oldie print, which I assume we will eventually get. Okay. Another card we're going to cover real quick: Borreload Furious Dragon, a target for that secret poly side. Right now it's starter deck ultra, so that's why it's keeping the price down. But they're like less than 50 cents a piece. Okay, so I would highly consider picking them up. This card could easily go up to $3, $4, or $5, even more probably in the right kind of side or deck. So I don't know. Someone could spend a quick $1,000 and probably make a lot more, but I'm just joking around on that one. But you know, Borreload Furious Dragon, cool little card. Definitely feel like it's underwhelming. Okay. And then the last card I'll cover tonight, honestly, on this Market Watch video, a little longer than we thought it was going to be. I always go a little longer. I apologize about that. Is Crooked Cook. And it's more that I want to kind of like talk about this card. And right now, there's been so much on Twitter about it. Like people have been talking about like how this card's insane. It's been spiking. It's spiking. Oh my god. And it kind of like has not been. It is, but it isn't. Okay, it depends in what margin. If you're talking about 50 cents going up to $1, I guess that is a spike. I mean, it's 100% increase. You know what I mean? So fucking, that's insane. Yeah, so that's insane. But they're like $1.50 a piece, less than $2. I'd like to say, you know, because I'm including shipping. You're paying that. All right, it's an Ultra Dark Dragons Legends. People are freaking out because of the effect. While you control no other cards in the field, this card is unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn during your player's turn, you can detach for an exceed material from this card, destroy as many other cards you control as possible. Then this card gains 300 attack until the end of the turn for each monster destroyed by this effect. It's sent to the graveyard. Okay, so the part that's really good is while you control another card in the field, this card is unaffected by other card effects. They've been comboing it with stuff like Astro Karibo, where this card is the Exceed monster gets this effect. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Okay, so it's unaffected and then can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. And then we also have like one of the sharks that is dropping gets the effect that the monster it overlays with cannot be destroyed by battle. And this card ends up becoming a level 4 as well. And it's a 1-card combo. So they'll go right shark, left shark, into level 4s, overlay them into the Crooked Cook. So then Crooked Cook, while they control no other monsters, cannot be destroyed by battle and is unaffected by other card effects. So essentially it is a wall that just sits on the board. Once again, cranking out a video about how Mystic Mine is healthy for the game. Okay. Well, some people might think it's a joke. I'm very serious. And combos like this, in my opinion, might be a little more detrimental than things like Mystic Mine. But I just want to tell people why Crooked Cook's going up. It's because you can basically one card into a wall that can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and the only out is basically a kaiju on it. Okay, so that's why Crooked Cook is going up. I do believe if you pick them up for $1, you will net value off them in the future. I do think this card is going to see some increases. I think people are correct in that. I did not pick up a lot. I just got my set or like 2 or something. But definitely be on the lookout. Pick it up for $1. It'll be nice. And I think it will see some play. I think those decks will be teching it just to see, all right, wall until I'm good to like donkey with my board or set up hella correctly. And I just feel like it's just up to you. It could see some play, it could see some uptick in price, but if it would become a problem enough card, the card itself would get banned. So they wouldn't be against banning a mixed seed like this just because it hasn't been played since like it's been released, except for doing stuff like that. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Look forward to, we got a mine video coming out. And then again, I want to do a rarities video. And if you're liking what you're seeing, do consider dropping a follow here. We got a Twitter as well and a Twitch, all Vengeful Shadows with the 0WZ. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and definitely have yourself a wonderful night. All right, take care.